Welcome back to Killer Fun. I'm Christy, and today I have the bonus episode for Be Well Light in Carthage, our episode all about the 2011 Jack Black film Bernie. Here's the few things that didn't quite make it into the episode. They were off topic or little mistakes, whatever. And here they all are. They're fun and totally worth a good listen. We have a couple of Dexter tangents. We talk about how we don't like Rolexes. We forget we're not supposed to use the term crazy because, y'all, it's hard. It's so ingrained in our culture. We're trying our best to eliminate that word from our vocabulary whenever we're able. It's a work in progress. And then there's flubs because, let's just face it, I make mistakes. That's what happens. It happens sometimes. Enjoy. Yeah.
Classic. You know, it's kind of the same reason I like things like Dexter.
Yeah.
Dark comedy. Absolutely hysterical. And I've been revisiting, by the way. Can I go on a rabbit trail? I am seeing a Dexter rabbit full of blood. Let me trace him. He's awesome. He's so good.
Yeah.
This series, I am revisiting it and finding so much more that I totally didn't get before and that I missed. And so it's just absolutely delightful. Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen or listened to our podcast about Dexter, you've got to go back and listen to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got to go back. Go find it.
Great episode.
It's a great episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, we had a good time talking about it. And I mean,
at the end of the day, still a Rolex.
He got a Rolex,
which I don't really like. Do you like Rolexes? No. I don't really like Rolexes.
They're very pretentious. Well, they're just very flashy and
they're kind of basic. You know, like they're flashy because of the name, whatever, but they literally have the same gears as everything else. And all they do is like put a couple of diamonds on it. It's not really particularly fashion forward. I don't get it. I don't get the Rolex thing.
There was a lady I used to work with many years ago, and her husband gave her, they called them push presents.
What's that?
When you have a baby, you get an expensive gift. And it's your you push out a baby, you get a gift.
Oh.
And so for their first child, he gave his wife a Rolex because she really wanted one.
Okay, well, as long as she wanted one.
She really wanted one. And for their second, he gave her a diamond bezel for that Rolex.
Oh.
It was pretty beautiful.
Well, that's good.
It was lovely. I wouldn't have wanted it, but she loved it. Felt very honored.
Well, of course. Well, I think if you like that kind of style, you know, it's a fine jewelry style, but it's a very simple, classic and style. And I tend to be a little bit more of
I want a little more eccentricity.
I want a little bit, more modern, more function.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, not that a watch is not functional, but like now, like I'm not going to wear a watch, but if I were going to wear a watch, I'd wear one like what you're wearing or what my husband wears, which is an Apple Watch.
Which let me
has
brag,
function.
Because my husband just gave this one to me.
Oh,
for my birthday, because he's going to be gone, and so on my birthday, and so he gave it to me, and so I had the Apple Watch that came out first that doesn't even have a series number.
Yeah,
like it's so first.
Yeah,
and so then he gave me this one, and as it was charging, and I had my old one on, which by the way still worked famously because Apple.
Yeah,
and so it was working, and it fell apart that night.
What?
The screen literally fell out of the casing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like the old one was like, thank God, I'm so tired. About time to pass the torch. Except that it still works, even though the screen's not attached.
Really?
I mean, it's attached to the wiring, but it came out of the... Isn't that funny?
It's funny.
Mm-hmm. I'll post it. I'll give you a picture. You can post it and everybody can see how my watch fell apart.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Because I had no idea. I know. Good job.
Yeah. He held on.
He did a good job.
He did. He got it. He did a great job. I'm so excited about my new one because I'm a nerd.
Moved because Bernie is too well liked in town and he will not get a conviction in the town.
It's crazy, right?
It is crazy.
There I did it. I said it.
Oh, that's all right.
It's... I don't know what to say.
It'll be fine.
Okay, so, all right, here's the thing with Dexter. All right. So, so I started from the beginning, right? And so one of the things I noticed
You must have
recently,
liked it if you watched it again.
Oh, yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I think about him a lot because I think that it really says something about the psyche. Because Well, okay, so this is what I think it says about the psyche. I love watching the whole idea that he thinks he's not feeling emotion, and I don't believe him.
Yeah,
and that for me is almost more of the statement that they're making is that psychopaths think they don't feel alive, and I'm not sure that they understand that. But then they had the episode where he realizes his dad's heart's beating really fast, and he never experienced that, and I think that was a telling sign. But I love how he thinks he's dead inside. And I'm like, it's so subjective because I don't think other people feel more alive than that. Yeah. I don't think so. And I don't think...
So it's really more like a misinterpretation
really speaks
of what
to the disorder.
Other people feel.
Yeah, that speaks to the disorder. It speaks to the disorder of the mind that they don't feel it or they don't realize they're feeling it.
Or they feel it, but they think that they're not feeling it intensely enough and that everybody else must feel it so intensely because of their reactions.
Yeah. I wonder about that now. Like, I wonder about if there's something we're missing in there. Instead of characterizing them as they don't feel these things, maybe we need to say they don't realize they're feeling these things and what that nuance might say as far as what medications and what treatments would work. Because if we're saying they don't feel, what we're trying to do is increase
there's your thesis. Forget that other thing.
It's very interesting. I really think that that's an interesting little hole in our identifying that profile. So anyway, that's one thing about him. And I love how he learned, and he's actually so much more caring and so less narcissistic than everyone around him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you think yourself is to be so horrible, and yet you're actually less narcissistic and selfish than all these other people.
Yeah.
You're kinder to your girlfriend than most people are.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. So I feel like it's just mind-blowing.
Yeah. Well, and that he's got these awful tendencies and that he channels them in a way that's really beneficial to society. Yeah. It's still wrong.
Although it's interesting because he does the due diligence too.
Yeah.
It's very funny, but I think it's funny to watch him interact.
Mostly.
To watch him interact with people, to watch him with the girlfriend, the way that he instinctively understands how to be there for people, where most girlfriends are having to teach their boyfriends kind of that perspective. It's very interesting.
Yeah. It is
so Bryony, the ice truck killer. It's watching that all over again. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
And now I get the hotel room even better. Like, it really stands out. And then I get why he wanted to date Deborah, because he wanted to be adopted too. He wanted to be a part of the family. And so that puts him in the family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was very weird and interesting. And I totally, at the first time I watched it, I didn't realize totally that they were brothers. I don't know if I just didn't pay attention to it when they went down to sell the biological dad's house. Then they end up together dumping the ashes. And I'm like, oh my God. Because this is his dad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so many.
It's been delightful.
Oh, good. All right.
All right, so that's my big Dexter.
Okay, cool. All right, are we ready?
I think so.
Okay. And his brother moved the family, brought on when Nugent's allegedly abusive behavior, let me start that again. Thanks for joining us for those few things that didn't make it into the episode. We really enjoyed revisiting and talking again about Dexter. It's such a great show and so much fun to talk about. We love to be able to make additional connections now that we've covered it. We hope that you'll join us next time for an episode all about the self-help cult NXIVM. It's not the purple pill. It is not heartburn medication, though you might need some heartburn medication after you hear some of the stuff that happened in that organization that was not on the up and up. We will watch the episode of Cults and Extreme Beliefs from A&E, and that'll inform our discussion, but we talk about lots and lots of other stuff. And if you don't get a chance to watch it, that's totally fine. We'll tell you everything you need to know and help you kind of unpack, as we do too, to try and understand what was going on in that situation. So it's NXIVM if you want to read up on NXIVM at all. And if you would like to connect with us on social media, which we hope that you do, on Twitter at Killer Fun Pod, on Facebook, Killer Fun Podcast, exploring the intersection of crime and entertainment, or you can send me an email, killerfunpodcast@gmail.com. We hope that you'll join us next week, and we look forward to having you listen to us again. Do send us your thoughts. We want to hear them, and share us with a friend. Thanks so much.
Predictocast has been trapped inside a spooky, potentially haunted movie theater by a madman who is forcing them to record episodes on scary movies they know nothing about. They've been promised a grand reward if they survive the month. Will they? Tune in to find out. Predictocast is available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Forge Audio.
Dream it.
Build it.
Share it.